Savior, He is our guardian, He is our protector, He is our provider. We thank Him once again for all His blessings and honors. Today, we're going to discuss a topic. I just put it, evolution and contemporary issues on religion in Nigeria. I repeat, evolution and contemporary issues on religion in Nigeria. Why did I decide to discuss this topic? If you have been following what is happening in our country in the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, you will see some people who claim to be men of God, and they began to insult the Muslims. They began to insult the polity as if they know something. And we have decided that we are not going to join issue with them, but we are going to teach them what they don't know. And that is the reason why we have decided to choose this topic. Let me start from the religion itself. What is religion? Wikipedia define religion, saying that it may be defined as a cultural system of designated behaviors and practices, worldview, texts, sanctified places, prophecies, ethics, or organizations that relates to humanity, to supernatural, transcendental, or spiritual elements. But that is just one definition. But there are so many other definitions of religion. But from Islam, in a simple meaning, it is just how, when, where, and what of a man's relationship with his creator, including non-human beings. The way you understand your God will determine the way you relate with Him, both in the open and in the secret. That is when Allah quoted in that verse I quoted earlier on, that Allah says He has come to you, that all those things you used to hide, and all those things that you overlook, based on the way you know your God. Religion is as old as human beings, even could be older than human beings, if we follow the teachings of the glorious Quran. Going through verse 30 of chapter 2 of the glorious Quran, we will know that religion is even more older than human beings. When Allah created Sayyidina Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and our grandmother Sayyidina Hawa, the only religion He gave them was and still monotheistic worship, which is Islam. When Allah said Inna Dina Indallah al-Islam, that certainly the only religion that is acceptable before Allah is the religion of Islam. Like any other aspect of man, over the years, the pure worship of Allah degenerated. That people began to look for any other things as object of worship. They choose tree, they choose river, they choose animal. Some people choose human being and so many other things as their own God. But to restore the true meaning and practice, Allah sent different prophets and messengers to different people at different times and ages. Some of the kind. The coming of the messenger resulted in the creation of another religion. For example, Sayyidina Ibrahim, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. If you notice, their coming brought new religion. But yet, that was not their teaching. Religion, if you now look at it, in our own country, Nigeria, there are different types of worshipping of other creatures became widespread in all the known parts of the world, including the place that is now known as Nigeria. Before the coming of the colonial masters, the religion of our people up to 10th century were idol worshipping. But since around early 10th century, we began to have interaction with early Arab Muslims, Arab Muslim traders, and the evolution of early Sudanese empires also gave us the opportunity of coming in contact with Islam at a very early stage. No wonder the Muslims in Yoruba land, they came in contact with the Mali people. Hence, the early name that they know Muslim with is those people who worship the religion of the people of Mali. They call them Elesin in Mali, which means people who follow the religion of the people of Mali. That was the earliest name they give the Muslim in Yoruba land. Then the Kanem-Borno Empire. It's also a testimony to this. The Usman-Danfodian Jihad and eventual revival of Islam in what is now known as northern Nigeria. Also, in Yoruba land, around 16th, 17th, and 18th century, Islam has been firmly rooted to the extent that there was a Sharia court in many parts of Yoruba land, especially Igbo, in the present day Osun State, also Ede and Ikirun. Up to today, they still have families that are the ones that are in charge of Sharia court. They call them Al-Afrikiy, that is the house of the head of the judges, for record purposes. And for those who might not know, Islam came to Lagos so many years before it went to other parts of Nigeria. Also, the first mosque that was built in Nigeria in the history was built in Oyo Ajaka, which was built in 1553, while the Kano Mosque was built in 1583. But it is being recorded by most history books as the first one, which is that of Kano. But whichever that is, Islam came to Nigeria around 16th century. We have mosques that are functioning in Nigeria. Compared to Christianity that came to Nigeria in the late 18th century, it might also interest you for you to know that the first church in Nigeria was built in 1898. The Cathedral of St. Peter's Church, which is the first church in Nigeria, is located in a place called Ake in Abeokuta, Ogun State. It was built by a Portuguese Andrew de Salo Wilhelm with just rough estimates. Islam was almost 300 years old in Nigeria before the first coming of a single Christian in Nigeria. I want you to have that one as your hand. 300 years difference that we have been praying before one white man came here and they came with their religion. Now let me ask you a question. If you are, let's say, you are 1,000 people that you are living in a town, and 10 people came in and began to beat all of you in your town, and these people that are beating you, they began to cry that you want to convert all of them to the way in which you live. Who wants to convert who? Is it people who have been living in their country that they didn't come to you, or you that come to them and you want them to do what you are doing and you are crying? Probably because many of the religious leaders in Christianity does not know history. If you ever imagine any religion trying to assimilate each other, it is definitely Christian that want to assimilate, that want to annihilate, that want to exterminate the religion of Islam. That is the religion of Islam that accepted them, and the religion of Islam that received them, and this is the religion that also accommodated them in our country called Nigeria. Even in the Mebokas in Yoruba land, in their treatise, there is a particular line that states the existence of Islam. They used to say it, Aye Labafa, Aye Labamande, or Sangangan Negabawale, that Islam has been there before history. The Rebellions too, they have been there before history, but it is Christianity that just came before our own eyes, and they want to take over everything. Religion. If we now look at the way our country is during the time, during the colonial masters, around early 19th century, when the colonial master came, things began to change. I must quickly say that the colonial master came with three purposes. The most important one was to stop the spread of Islam. Then secondly, for economy. And lastly, adventure. When the colonial master came, they began to establish what is now known as Western schools. In the schools established, they don't admit the Muslim children unless they change their religion and they change their name. It led to massive Christianization of Muslim children in southwestern Nigeria. Most people you see as big men in southwest today that are Christian, most of them are actually originally Muslims. I hardly do not know. The man who owns FCMB Bank is a Muslim, but because he went to a Christian school, that's how they converted him to Christianity. Then, when this problem began, the Yoruba Muslims began to plan for them, although it was not enough. In most parts of Nigeria, the Christians established schools, hospitals in the name of churches, e.g. St. Barnabas College, St. Barnabas Hospital, Our Lady of Fatima, all to serve as psychological and physiological warfare on the personality of the Muslims. Then, during the transition from colonial rule to the early independent years, the Muslims began to be proactive but peaceful in fighting the Christianization of the polity and all other aspects. The first to attack the leaders around 1947 were the Ansarudin people when they started their organization in 1923, and by 1927 they forced the government that we belong, we are paying tax, we are doing everything you ask us to do. Why is it that there is no Islamic studies in many schools? They now force the government under Abuja then in 1957 that they must introduce Islamic studies in most schools. Hence, the first teachers were appointed to teach Islamic studies. With gratitude to Allah, some of our parents are one of those teachers in that time. Secondly, the Muslims under the first but highly exposed and well-educated Sheikh Al-Afrikiy established the first Islamic party in Nigeria, Hizbullah Legali, in Ibadan, to challenge the status quo. They really made a lot of impact then, but the government has to establish a pseudo-Islamic organization to suppress Hizbullah Legali. Incidentally, I just noticed one of the children of the Secretary General of HLA that just entered the mosque now. And also, as at that time, the Muslims will need to check ourselves. We are now fighting about the time whether Maulud is a Sunnah or not. As at that time, our forefathers, they fought that Muslim must be recognized because every week, Christians has 2 days of holidays. They still have, it means in a year, they have about 52 times 2 days as holidays, and Muslim does not have just one. Our early Muslims, they fought that they needed more holidays, and they gave them the day of Maulud. Now we began to even fight ourselves. Maulud is Bidya, Maulud is this. But because those who are talking like that, they do not even know the history, when and how Nigeria began to have that holiday. Unfortunately, we allow people, those who are to destroy us, to think for us. We now began to think of something that does not have any direction in our life. I always ask those who always complain about Maulud. Even Tarawih we are praying in Ramadan. How many times did the Prophet did it? When the Prophet was doing it, he ran away that he did not want people to be doing it. If the Prophet can do that, what does it stop us? The people are doing Maulud to give Islam a better color. But all what we need to do is to be abusing ourselves. Allah will judge. In late independence years, after the discovery of oil, around 1976, church became a big entertainment business. And they were using it to convert the Muslim children. The Muslims reacted by the establishment of different Islamic organizations who were also involved in singing to sustain the interests of the Muslim children and the youth. Hence, the establishment of organizations like Yumbas and Jaina, Night Crosses, Assembly of Muslim Youth, and Islamic leaders, and many more of them. Later, around late 1990s, to the 20,000 years, the church turned to super social and commercial gathering. The Muslims also reacted with the equivalent organization. That was the time that organizations like Nasfat began, Qorib also began, so that they will be able to match these people that are taking the interest of the young ones among us. But now, the dimension of the church and the planned Christianization is, but now the dimension of the church and the plan is the serious commercialization and politicization of everything from the church. That is, the church now became political center. Mega churches grew and they control millions of dollars. They control so many businesses and they were being patronized by government massively. They have the ears of the president. They have the ears of the governor. They have the ears of those who control things. They look, they judge, they preach prosperity because prosperity is tied and linked with power. When they have prosperity, they will have power. The two must be within their reach at all the times. If a Muslim is patronizing them, he is godly. If a Christian is not patronizing them, he is evil. If they get money from you, you are godly. If you deprive them of money, you are evil. If they control you based on their interest, you are godly. If you stand on your own and you are not listening to them, you are a devil. Today, these prosperity clergymen want to deceitfully Christianize everything. I do not know whether you remember during the late President Sani Abacha, when the Pope came to Nigeria. You know, that was the time they got that big land around Kubwa Road. They just asked them to use it temporarily, and not today. They didn't return it. It is now a big center for them. But yet, we never complain. They see anybody that is not on the same page with them as evil. But if you look at most of them, you will discover they are not friends with Jesus Christ. They do not follow Jesus Christ. They are only controlling many of them, they are super ignorant. That they are just controlling their sheep, their followers, through diabolic powers. Recently, many of these pastors, especially Pastor Yedeko of Winners Church and Pastor Paul Idoko Elechi of Dunani Church, spit fire on us. They spoke out of frustration of what eludes them. They spoke based on selfish pain in their hearts. They spoke about incidents they do not know anything about. They accused Kaduna State Governor and President of Nigeria of planning to Islamize Nigeria. I believe you can now understand who wants to Islamize who. We are here before them. They just came and they say we want to Islamize Nigeria. Is Nigeria not be Islamized before they came? They are the ones that are looking for survival. They are the ones that are looking for space. And we are giving them. But we know Allah will also be there for us. Now let us look at these people one by one. They accused that the attack that the first class Oba was killed, the first class king was killed in Kaduna. I don't know whether we are all aware of the man that was killed. The man, the chief of Kapanja that was killed. Do we all realize, do we all know the time that the man was killed? When he was kidnapped. And also, the pastor in Dunamis also said the same thing. But the thing that I just want us to know, I met Abom Adara 3 days before he was killed. He was in Kaduna. He was not in Kacha the way they used to say that he was invited. He was in Kaduna on his own. I was on a particular peace mission. I met him. Anybody that is on Facebook can check my name on Facebook. I posted it incidentally Wednesday when we met him. He was just coming on Friday. They now said the governor invited him for a meeting. And that is why when he was coming, they killed him. Wallahi, it is a lie. I did not read it. I was there. I was part of it. When we met this man, the man was a man of peace. May God, all what he left behind, may Allah be there for him. The man loved peace. Oh, I met him and we spoke. If that was the day we met him on a Wednesday. We now left. That Wednesday, we left for Kapanja. And on our way to Kapanja, we branched at Kaswamagani, where the crisis started. What led to the crisis was that a boy was arrested, that he stole something, and people began to beat him, and he happened to be a non-Muslim. But he was not being beaten because he's a non-Muslim, because he stole something. As he was running away, he now called his people that the Muslims are beating him. That's how the Christians came, and the thing turned to a war, and they began to kill about 100 people. It was not because somebody is a Muslim or a Christian. Wallahi Azim, I was there. It was God that saved our life. In 2 hours, they would have killed us too. On our way coming, when we were coming back, the place where the Abom Adara, where he was kidnapped, when they kidnapped him, we got to that place about 5 minutes later. Immediately he was kidnapped. We are the one that parked the dead body on the road. If you see the picture of that play, that scene, you will see a white bus. I was inside that white bus. At the end of the day, 2 other families were kidnapped with Abom Adara. Those who kidnapped him, they are just criminals. It has nothing to do, no relation with what happened in Kaswamagani. And they were now shouting that he was invited. And because he was invited, he was coming. And they now killed him. God was there. God will punish those who are doing that. And we advise them, they should go and study. They should go and find out information. They claim to be men of God. Anybody that wants to speak on behalf of God must be able to understand the thinking and working of God. those people are not thinking and they are not working for God. They are only thinking of what to eat. They have wrong information. They have fake information. They have information that are not correct. They are just abusing people just because of their own interest. And also, they also thought that because they have also appointed somebody who is not a Christian in Kaduna, now we now have a Muslim ticket. Is that new to any of us? Have you forgotten that that thing has been happening in Osun for long? It is happening in Ekiti. As I'm talking to you now, it's happening in Plateau, it's happening in Taraba, it's happening in so many other states in Nigeria. And yet, they think that because it has happened, then we are in problem. They are just joking. But to us as Muslims, I think our own challenge, our problem is that we do not have our own media. The Muslims should work, we should have our media, so that we have the right information. But we are still not going to fight or quarrel with them because Allah tells us, وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. Allah says, the Muslims, the servants of the merciful God, when they walk and they are being attacked, what do they say? They say, peace be unto you. We should be peaceful to them. We should also seek knowledge and we should show them love. We should give them gifts by heart. It will change their mind. We are not going to join them in the way they are doing. We are not going to be abusive to them and we will not force them the way they used to do. But as Muslims, we should continue to pray for Allah's guidance. We should continue to seek for knowledge. We should continue to seek for the right information. The Prophet was reported to have said that Salatatun la tarudu da'awatuhu aswahimu atayuftir imamun adilu wa da'awatul mazlum yarfa'u Allahu fawqa al-gaman. That three people's prayer, Allah will not return them. That the way they ask is the way Allah will give them. Well, somebody who is fasting, a just leader, and somebody that has been cheated, and yet they are still making noise that as if it's the one cheating. Allah says when those people pray, Allah will answer their prayers. Inna Allaha ya'muru bil 'adli wal ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkari wal baghi ya'idukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Allah commands justice, the doing of good and liberal to eat and clean. He forbids all sinful deeds, injustice and rebellion. He taught you that the male will seek admonition. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا افتح بيننا وبين قومنا بالحق وأنت خير الفاتحين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. قوموا إلى الله.
What I can understand that the Christians claims that the Muslims are dominating them and they are not giving them chances, and the Imam let us realize that it's even the Christians that are not giving the Muslims chances, and upon the chances that we have created, we are so tolerant, as our religion pushes that we should be tolerant with our neighbors, but still they are still complaining that we don't have enough of what we are doing to them.
The major point of the sermon delivered today is to enlighten the Nigerian populace, most especially the Muslim Ummah, as regards what religion is all about. You see, Nigeria is a very religious country. An average Nigerian is either a Muslim or a Christian, and in both religion encourages peaceful coexistence wherever we found ourselves. So we should not turn the religion to the opposite. Islam, Christianity alike, both encourages that discourages anything that has to do with conflict.